Now, let me rope in Major Shah on this. Major Shah, now we have interesting developments coming in from Pakistan. Now, firstly, what we're learning is that a close aide of Imran's wife, fleeing now, Farah fleeing over, allegations of conspiracy and corruption. Now, what do you think about this particular development?
No, most certainly there is no smoke without fire. There has to be something to it. And of course, when Bushra Bibi, the third wife, she also apparently, she's a faith healer. So I was on a channel where Pakistani senior journalist himself said that, that she practices black magic and such things. But anyway, despite that, keeping that aside, the allegation of corruption, most certainly I really believe it, and I feel there is some smoke to it. There is definitely some gravity to it, for sure.
Right. Now, Major Shah, we're getting more information, in fact, at this point, that Imran Khan will once again speak to the Pakistani people at this point, and he will directly, in fact, speak to them and address their concerns on the phone. Now, this, of course, comes after he's done this several times. He did this right after the National Assembly was dissolved as well. He called for early elections. He asked people to get ready for polls. Now, your thoughts on what we can expect from this particular address?
Well, from this address, of course, he will try to woo the Awam, the public, the Janta of Pakistan, and he will, because one thing I have to give to Imran Khan, he is there to do something which 19 prime ministers, total of 22 tenures, Nawaz Sharif coming into power 3 times. None of them have ever dared to lock horns with the military, and they have taken the military head on, all the Western powers head on. That much I give to him. But right, at the same time, there's a very fine line between bravado and foolishness. And time will tell exactly whether it was bravado or it was foolishness. Until the time you achieve your objective, it is okay, people will laugh at you. But once you have achieved your objective, it will be like, I always knew that so-and-so will do wonders. So now what he will tell the people is, it's democracy. I have taken out the most democratic way for your own good, because democracy is for the people, by the people, to the people, and here you would have the right to come forward and elect your own government in the next elections. So you will decide yourself. You will not go as per who is there ruling or not. So he will try to woo the population, and as he earlier said, that he was a cricket superstar. He entered politics. He didn't have to. He only came here with a cause, with a motive of serving the people. So that is, I don't really, somewhere I find it a bit shaky, because going by Imran Khan's past as well, he had a very colorful past. In fact, when he was in Oxford, that time he and Benazir Bhutto, the erstwhile Pakistani Prime Minister, are also said to have been very, very close to each other at that time. So he had been a playboy in his time, and he had said that, I am not a saint either. But then, of course, he had his fair share of a colorful past. And Bushra Bibi also said that everyone has their, but ultimately he came online. That is his third wife. His first wife, Rahim Khan, also has given out statements regarding how cunning he can actually be.
Right. Aid of Imran Khan's family, as she has already fled from the country, and she has already moved to Dubai. So, there's a flurry of meetings that are taking place, and in the same context, now Punjab's Chief Minister is going to meet Imran Khan. Now, what we are learning from our sources, that obviously they're going to discuss the current political scenario in the country, but also at the same time they are trying to keep the flock together. Remember, around 20 member of parliament have already left and deserted Imran Khan, because of which the entire government came in minority. So therefore, Imran Khan is now trying to keep the flock together, to send out a strong message outside to political supporters and opponents, that he is still there and surviving. And there is also one more development, that today Imran Khan is also going to have open phone call discussions with supporters all over the country. So obviously he's trying to gauge the situation, assess the situation. He's trying to analyze as to what people want, and therefore after that only we'll be knowing that what cards Imran Khan going to play.
Right, Rahul, thank you for joining us. Let me, in fact, rope in Major Shah on this point. Major Shah, a big development coming in. Punjab province CM and the governor are going to meet Imran in Islamabad. What do you think will come out of this meeting?
Oh, well, Imran Khan's playing all games, all plots, he's leaving no stone unturned. So let's wait and see what exactly will come out of this meeting. One can't really say because Imran Khan is very unpredictable and he just gives a googly at the last minute. He just swings at the last minute, so you never know till when he will, when he can turn the tables around and what he can do. But one thing is for sure, he has definitely put the entire nation in troubled times for that matter, just to save his own personal chair.
Right. Let me open Ambassador Vora, who's also joining us at this point.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be with you on NewsX, ma'am. You have such wonderful people on your show like Major Ali Shah, an outstanding soldier, son of India. I learned from him. I learned from you.
Major Shah, a big development coming in. Punjab province CM and the governor are going to meet Imran in Islamabad. What do you think will come out of this meeting?
Oh, well, Imran Khan's playing all games, all plots, he's leaving no stone unturned. So let's wait and see what exactly will come out of this meeting. One can't really say because Imran Khan is very unpredictable and he just gives a googly at the last minute. He just swings at the last minute, so you never know till when he will, when he can turn the tables around and what he can do. But one thing is for sure, he has definitely put the entire nation in troubled times for that matter, just to save his own personal chair.
Right. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Major Shah, for joining us and sharing your thoughts on the story.